There is no intro. There is no thumbnail. There is no algorithm. I am the algorithm. I've been experiencing something fairly intense and very deep over the last 3-4 months. And it's been challenging, but it's what I've always desired, what I've always asked for. And it was, for me, the ultimate goal. And even then, whatever I've been experiencing has been challenging and intense, and at times beautiful. Beautiful in the sense when I felt the peace, I felt the beauty of just being here in stillness. And yet, the mind, at the same time, has been overextending itself, trying to pull me back. What am I even talking about? I'm talking about me experiencing the process of individuation, the death of the false self, the false ego. It doesn't surprise me. I sensed it was coming. To make things even more challenging. And also helpful at the same time. Is that this is my first time here in human form. So, what does it feel like going through this process? When the old is shattering and dissolving, the ideas, the dreams, the projects have all taken a turn. They haven't disappeared. They're just there in the ethers. Whilst I align to the truth of who I am, I've had to step away. It's not that I've had to. I desire to shut out as much of the noise in and around me, especially around me. And this process has been intensifying gradually, being out in the public gatherings, sensing whatever's happening in the collective, in order for me to come to my own within. Yes, affected people close to me, but there's only a handful that will understand me and could understand me, and have been here by my side. So I've been wanting to share, and today was the day. There's no fluff, there's no fancy titles. But the motivation just dies. To do anything. To see where I was giving of myself and the underlying patterns of being an empath. Sensing the pain of the collective and those around me, wanting to do good. But at what cost? No judgment to myself or another. Everything comes back into equilibrium, balance. There is no right or wrong. And those that stand in front of me and have done so, be it close or just acquaintances, they were just mirrors. Mirrors of me as I was for them. So, where is all this going? Well, I've had to find lots of solitude, silence, and stillness, whilst the mental capacity, the mind, has 100 things that it's throwing at me that I need to get done. It doesn't even matter anymore. There's no strategy to follow. There's nothing to do. My mind is aware of what I'm saying, and it's just observing. It's observing me, whoever that is. The more I come into this space of silence and stillness, the more I'm able to see. The more I'm able to feel. the more whatever's been repressed and suppressed in me comes up and invites me to embrace it. Being humble and compassionate has been a trait of mine. Having to swallow things that were done or said, and always finding compassion for the other, because there was a deeper comprehension on my part of the shadows that lurk within us, and that includes myself. That repression and that suppression in the form of anger came up to say hello. I was going to be hard on myself, but I embraced it. I smiled at it. I've been frustrated because my projects have been delayed. Blaming myself for not getting them online, and even stopping to offer what I was offering in presence. To a certain extent, even that doesn't matter. They say the ego death is what allows us to connect to our higher self, the soul. And yet, the ego is always going to be there. The difference being that it will be led by the soul. And so, I'm in the middle of this process. I don't even know how long it's going to last. I couldn't tell you. And my whole body and the body consciousness is prepared. The mind has less to say about things I should do and shouldn't do. There are nights I've cried as I felt everything crumble. There were moments where I didn't even know who I was. There was a lot of confusion, a lot of chaos within and in around me. I confided in a few people at the very start of this process. And I was grateful that they were there to listen to me without judgment and just support, to hear me. I used to fret about not finishing a task. I used to fret when something wasn't perfect. I used to redo it over and over again. Because I wasn't listening. Even though I meditated, found time for my practices. And then it came. And that surrender has been a process in itself. A deep, deep surrender. That's where true peace is. That's where we start finding ourselves. I have confided in a few of my closest and dearest friends. And I'm happy that they're here, watching me go through this process. If you can call it a process. Because the I doesn't have any control over it. It's like something's overtaken the energy in me. It's something I can feel, but not sensationalize. So if you're one of the ones that around me or have been around me in the last 3 or 4 months, this is what I've been going through. Happiness is fleeting. But that deep joy, that's it, that is in each and every single one of us. That's what needs to be ignited. And the only way in is through. I've been writing so much, and I've been sharing quite a bit with close friends. I've been writing about the individuation of the soul, the cracking up of the old self. I've written so much, and that was my way of taking it out of my head and my heart and onto paper. But I was unable to share. Through the means I desired to. But that desire had something behind it. And I acknowledge that now. It came from the doing. It came from the old self. Wanting to share the process. But now that I'm in it, I can truly say what it feels like to go through this. Solitude is a huge part of this. It's not that I'm broken. It's not that I'm fearing the people around me or the places I go to. I was already sensitive. Just walking into a place, I could feel things that others could only imagine. It was teaching me. It's been my greatest teacher. And hence, for many years I've practiced being in solitude. And now it's been turned up. I couldn't tell you where this is all going. Because there are days that are calm and beautiful. And there are days that are intense and challenging. Because the mind doesn't want to let go. I'm feeling the changes in the body as I surrender. At times it's been heartbreaking. I've been hard on myself. But then I'm seeing the shadows that were holding me back. There are many times that I wanted to post and share before and even through this process. And I thought there was something wrong with me. And it's through my dreams I'm receiving information, not so much visions, but the information is helping me to kind of purge whatever is there at the moment and whatever comes up to this surface, to face it, because I know it's dissolving. As for me being human, here on earth for the first time, that has always been challenging for me right throughout my life. It's only recently that I've started to embrace it fully. It seems like double the work. But it's not. Because the soul is one. The self is one. So I hope that this serves you in some way. I asked a few close people around me so I could talk to them about what I'm going through. And a few have been there right through this process. And a few are still unaware of what I'm going through. And it's fine. I would have never ever had imagined that my intro video would be this video. The mind just came up and said, "Oh, you're going to share this, are you?" Yes, I am. I had this recurring dream of people asking me, "How are you? What are you up to? How are you doing?" At first, I didn't want to answer. I didn't want to either make up stories or even say I'm good, or I'm not so good. Then after a little while, the best answer I could give in my dream was I am. I am, as in I am all of it. I am all that's happened to me. I am all the good and the not so good. Instead of I'm good, or I'm done, or I'm down, I am. So I'm grateful that you come across this video, that it may serve you in some way. I have no other intention but to share myself. There's no other intention here. I've stayed quiet for too long. And so I thank you